Good morning, everyone. This is Deb Wilkinson, and you can see I'm having technical difficulties. There we go, full screen. So thank you so much for joining into our weekly PPACA webinars. Today's June 23rd, imagine that. And just with a show of hands quickly, if you can let me know if you can see my screen, I'd appreciate it. Excellent, thank you all very much. So we do have a little bit of a mixed agenda today, and I'll jump right in. But before that, if any of you are new to this format, you can ask questions in two different ways. You can raise your little hand icon, and I'll unmute you at the end of the webinar, and you can ask your questions live, or you can type them into the question box, and we'll answer them at the end of the webinar. These webinars really are created for you, and hopefully you see value in them. And the reason they're created for you is hopefully to ask your questions, get the answers, and we all learn together and are better for it. So without further ado, let's just get right into our agenda. I did mention last week the AMS plans purchased by United Healthcare. Their last day of coverage will be June 14th of 2017. So that means that your AMS clients can either choose to enroll in a new plan for 2017 during the open enrollment period, or they can wait till they have their qualifying event in June of 2017. Again, with the State of the Union and individual health insurance during FEP, I would not count on any commissions being paid during FEP. So if you do want to wait till June of 17, then you'll be doing it pro bono. For those of you in the Medicare segment, the Medicare Connections Seminar is set for September 1st at the Hershey Lodge, so watch for those details. This is a seminar that the Medicare Offerings Department has put on the last several years, and what they do is bring in all of the top Medicare carriers, and they give you a quick look into the plans that are going to be for sale for 2017 enrollment. It's certainly something that our agent partners have expressed interest in and have gotten a lot of value out of. So again, watch for those details. Pardon me. Oh my goodness. Highmark individual submissions. We said last week that Highmark is going to require all of the information, including the documentation of the qualifying event, and this is for the individual health. If they don't get it, they're going to pen the application for 10 days and write out to request the information. Because it's 10 days and we get very little information, it's difficult for us to submit and then wait and try to get that information of any missing documentation. So we're going to hold all applications until we have all of the information. Just want you to know that if you are still writing, then you send them to us. That's what's going to happen. We'll hold them, reach out to you for any outstanding information prior to submitting them to Highmark. This next block, this next segment I want to talk about is it is officially summer. So there are things that we can be doing to get ready for the open enrollment. If you are writing individual health, I would suggest getting your client list organized and get it together. You hopefully have email addresses, telephone numbers, or even just street addresses of your clients. And I would say just get those lists together, figure out how you're going to communicate with these folks, either an email letting them know that open enrollment is approaching. Also getting the list together, do you have any people that are turning 65? If you're also selling in the Medicare segment, obviously the ones that are under 65 that are now turning 65, you're going to want to highlight to sell them their Medicare Advantage or Medicare programs. And if you don't sell in the Medicare segment, then we do have a nice referral program for your Medicare-aged clients. If you want to check into that, you can reach out to me and I'll get you in touch with Christy Wilbert or Karen McDaniel, or you can contact them directly. Also, I skipped over it, but double check your logins. You're gonna want to make sure that your logins for The testing sites such as portal.cms.gov are accurate and usable. You want to check your carrier logins to make sure they're up and running and able to be used. This is going to save you a lot of headaches, heartaches come 11/1 or when the testing is released in September. So definitely be proactive and get these things together. Your clients also have some work to do too. They can get their doctor's list together and estimate their 2017 income. The doctor's list is important because as narrow as the networks were this year, they're going to be even more narrow next year. So those doc lists are going to be imperative to getting your clients the right coverage. On the group side, Aetna just announced that they're going to have the like it, keep it sort of approach where they're going to extend their renewal so they can get the groups that are non-PPACA out to 12/31 of 17, which is the longest they're allowed to stay on a non-PPACA plan at this point by law. So Highmark is also running the like it, keep it. Capital, of course, has decided not to renew their non-PPACA plans. So, you know, again, get those lists together and reach out to your clients, start discussing the early renewal options. Also, if there are any employee benefits in place, you know, get that information as well, such as, you know, a voluntary, you know, worksite market program or employer paid disability, long-term, short-term, gap, etc. If they have anything in place, you're going to want to take a look at those programs, and if they don't, you're certainly going to want to take a look on the group side at ancillary or employee benefit programs that will complement your group health plans. It's certainly something that is of interest to many employers, filling in those larger deductible gaps. So again, those are good questions to ask and get all that information in place. Also, do they need summary of plan documents or POP documents? We do offer those complimentary, so that's something you can lead with and get some new clients maybe under your belt. And also, can they use an enrollment platform? Is it the right size of group and type of group to have an online enrollment platform such as the one that we offer, where they can purchase their group health, any dental, vision, ancillary, voluntary type products, all with logging into one enrollment platform. So, you know, these are things that we can be doing in the off time to help better prepare for when it's going to be crazy. So that really brings us up to the end of the agenda for today. Let's see if there are any questions. It does seem like there are. David says, when will we know which companies will pay individual commissions for 2017 and how much? David, we're not going to know anything except rumor until beginning or mid-October. You know, the Pennsylvania Insurance Department doesn't even approve the plans fully until, I believe, the beginning of October. So anything prior to that is really just, you know, speculation. And at this point, the carriers are saying that they're planning on paying commission. Of course, a lot of that and what the amount is will depend on what the Pennsylvania Insurance Department approves. So, such as it is, we're all in the, you know, all in this together, and it's the big unknown at this point. Tim says, Highmark special election period apps done via the Health Insurance Marketplace, where to submit the docs for SEP proof of qualifying event. Tim, that's a really good question. And the Marketplace, if they apply through the Marketplace and it does not ask for that documentation to be uploaded, then the carrier can come back and ask for it, but typically they don't. So if it doesn't ask for it, then typically they'll require it. That's really all I can say. It's kind of the luck of the draw. So if you do have somebody that doesn't have that proof, maybe the best route to take is to apply through the Health Insurance Marketplace. David says, please say again what work individual clients have to do. David, I would say They need to get their list of doctors together because that's going to be important for 2017 enrollment with a narrow network, and estimate their 2017 income. Obviously, it's a ways off, but if they're salaried folks or have been consistent in their employment for the last several years, they have a pretty good idea what their household income would be. And also if they're planning on getting married. If you are dealing with younger clients and they have a marriage that is scheduled for 2017, and they will be married according to tax purposes and the government for the 2017 coverage year on individuals. So, that's important stuff as well. The POP documents, Dave, are really just a part of the Section 125 that deals with the premium-only plans. And simply put, the POP documents allow for an employer to take pre-tax deductions from an employee's check for the balance of group health premiums, group ancillary premiums. So the POP documents are required in order to do that, and we offer those as well. So that's it. That brings us up to the end of our questions. Again, I really thank everyone for joining in every week. Our next webinar is next Thursday, the 30th of June, the very last day of June. I can't believe it. But I'll be here. Hopefully you'll have some questions. We'll have some good information to share. And again, as always, I appreciate everyone joining in, and I wish you a great balance of the week and a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.